know there was at least one person in this fan base that believed last night with a minute and 57 seconds left. And it wasn't me, but it was my podcast partner, Mr. Mike Cottrell.
Let's go!
And welcome in, folks. It is a very happy, joyous, wonderful 182nd episode of Outta Their Falcon Mind, Atlanta Falcons Fancast. My name is John, your host. Very happily joined by my co-host, Mr. Mike Cottrell. Buddy, it's been a fantastic day. It was a fantastic night. I don't know how you slept. I slept great, even though it took me a while to go to sleep because I was still excited and wore the hell out, to be honest with you. Just wore the hell out.
Dog, I'm glad you said very happily joined. You couldn't have said it better, Johnny Yates. I mean, I am on a high. Oh, a drugless high. Usually when I say I'm high, it just means something totally different. Man, a drugless high. Had an amazing day today. Amazing night last night. The boys put it through. I knew they would, and I just feel great, man. Rise up.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy. We're going to get to it, obviously. So anyway, for you guys, we're obviously coming to you at a very strange time at a 4 p.m. on a Tuesday. Partially, obviously, because we were on Monday night, and we just realized yesterday it's the first Monday night game that we've had since we started this podcast. So it was like, damn, should we have went live before the game, or we wouldn't know how to act? It was like, what do we do? Of course, we joked about going on live after we won, but it was just too late. We both had to work. I got a kid that has to get up early in the morning, so it didn't make any sense to do that. And tonight, my kid has his first orchestra concert for high school at 7 p.m. So we couldn't really go late. Then tomorrow's Wednesday. Then we've got to get the preview show for the Chiefs game coming. I got to try to work on this all 22 from this Eagles game. So it's going to be just an insane busy week, man. So it's a weird time. So man, thank you all for joining us here in YouTube or on Twitter. We appreciate that, and we'll get to the comments too. And y'all feel free, man. I know y'all are loving it today, so drop any comments you want. We'll get to them in a little bit. You can always, guys, if you want to email us anything, atlfalconfancast@gmail.com. If you're here, hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Hit the like button, helps us get out to more Falcons fans. And we're going to tell our players our selections later on in the show. But if you're watching this back on a replay, or if you're in the comments now and you want to comment on the video later, drop whoever your Out of Your Falcon Mind player on offense and defense was from last night. And it can be whoever you want or whatever you want. It can be a group of players. It can be a player, whatever. It's whoever you think deserved it. But put it in the comments, man, and we will we'll share that next week. Yeah. If you listen to us, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere, drop us a 5-star review. Much appreciated. And yeah, that's it. Mike, buddy, we'll just start with that last drive, dude, because let me recap. So me, you, Savion, and Fleek were on a group text pretty much the entire game. And it was just after the first half, we were all just like, man, like I don't know, man. Like this wasn't what it's not. I mean, it's better, but it's not quite there yet, right? It wasn't the jump we hoped to take. And then the last drive hit, and I think I'll have to find the text, but I believe you said, "Do y'all believe?" And I sent back a Donald Trump kind of meme that was kind of like, I don't know, type of whatever. But you were like 100% in, and it's just look, at that time, and y'all have seen it all over social media and everywhere now, right? With 156 left, we had a 0.7% chance of winning the game at that point. So and it's a very un-Falcon-like thing to do, to actually win that type of game like that. We're always on the other side of that, always. So it was just kind of like, yeah, all right, yeah, we're toast again, but oh well. But you did not, buddy, no. And it just kept coming, and it was. And
I told John and them at the start, I said, I text all my friends. It was a national game we all got to see. I told John, Fleek, say, we will shock the world today. I told Liam, tonight we will shock the world. So when it didn't start off good, I said, Kirk is getting under my skin, but he gonna get it together. We will shock the world. We will win this game. So then when it looked like we wasn't gonna win, I told the whole chat, I said, we will get this ball back and we will win this game. Do you believe? And I start sending all them gifts. I believe. Oh, I knew it.
You said, I'm telling you. You see, I'm looking at the text now. You said, I'm telling you, we got this shit. TD right here. A bunch of I believe memes, touchdown.
I said, I'm telling you, we got this shit. We gonna score right here. And then I'm gonna tell you how cocky I was. Is I only work 4 days a week, and I usually stay home on a Monday or Friday, so I have a long weekend. Well, I stayed home today because I was banking on a win. And you know what I mean? I wanted to celebrate, sleep in, and all that. So I knew I was banking on. I said, man, we gonna shock the world. I'm gonna have to listen to all the sportscasters talk good about us. And I told the chat, I said, just hang on for a minute. The whole chat was quiet, like they would not respond to me. They didn't believe, they wouldn't say. And I said, y'all are so worried right now. I can tell, I could feel it. The whole chat was quiet, like you could tell they didn't want to believe, but they did because they didn't want to get hurt. Right?
I sent the Ron Burgundy meme that I don't believe you.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah. And I told him, I said, we're gonna score right here. We're gonna get this ball back and we're gonna go down and score. And that's just what we did. And I lost my mind. I typed so many curse words in that chat last night. It was the best feeling ever because all my friends got to watch it. All my family got to watch it. It was a national game. They all got to see it. And it was just the best feeling ever, even all day today. Like instead of them dragging us, which was going to happen because I believe the Saints are 2-0 and so are the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
So we was getting ready to get it if we lost. We was going to get it. We was going to get it bad all week. And now they talking about us like, oh, the Falcons for real? Oh, the Falcons? It's Kirk Cousins. It was totally positive, and I'm in heaven right now, buddy.
I mean, Dan Orlovsky said that if this version of us is a Super Bowl contender. That's what he said. So it's like, but it's great. But it's wild though, because you're right. If we'd have lost that game, like
it was going to be ugly. Yeah. My brother said, man, Saquon is the best in the league. And I'm reading the text, and I said, dog, have you seen Bijan Robinson? I said, no, he can't do what Bijan do. And then with Tyler, I said, dog, we easily got the best backfield in the league. Now he was like, nah, man, Saquon. And then the way Saquon started off, it looked like he was right. And I told him, oh, just keep watching. Oh, just faith is a wonderful thing, ladies and gentlemen. And I got it in spades. I said, oh, just keep watching. And Tyler put on the show, Bijan put on the show, and they looked like the best backfield in the National Football League. Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. And before we go any further, man, what's up to the chat? Philip, what's up, man?
PC, rise up.
That's right, man.
King Richie, what's up? Rise up, King Richie. Christy, what's up? We rose up. Much love from Mississippi repping. I love it. Ooh, I like that jacket you got on. King Richie said, let's go. With all the offensive holding and no call penalties, we still pulled it off. Yes.
My God, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Is Grady ever going to get like Animata, Dave? They were all getting held all night long. You could see it on the replay. I mean, I haven't watched the 22 yet, but man,
they were on the replay. Yep.
My God, nothing was
cool stuff. Said I was doubting, but the boys proved me wrong. The run defense and pass defense. No, the run defense and pass rush were the only things I didn't like. But the pass game got hot, and the run game was good like usual. The run game was great.
Definitely was.
Lisa, I knew you was coming, Lisa. I love it. Hey, fellas, I'm operating on 2 hours of sleep. I didn't go to work today. Exhausted but happy. What a game. That's what a time to be alive. Bro talks. Yep. Hell yeah. What a time. Y'all, oh no, sir.
Man, Kevin got me last
champions. Johnny Yates has probably had 10 coffees by this moment. Look, I can tell you, he's not tired, buddy.
That's not my first today. I can tell you that. But yeah, man. But I did something out of character for what I normally tweet last night, and I don't know if you saw it, Mike. But I prematurely tweeted out. I was like, well, the team that scores more touchdowns, well, they win again. Like Art could have done this shit, blah blah blah. So whether you want to call it a reverse jinx or whatever, it worked. And then I quote tweeted myself back and was like, what a dumbass. You know what I mean? And it's what a dipshit or something like that. But I mean, yeah, dude, because at that point we were at 15 points. And it was like, man, 10 points, now 15 points. We've been in the end zone like hardly anything. The ball's barely getting barely moving. You see a little bit of incremental, improvement, but like when you had so much opportunity to score 7 early in the game and we didn't, it was like, that's going to come back and kill us, anyway. But yeah, man.
Liam said, man, he says, well, man, we lost. He hit my phone and said, well, we lost. And I said, oh, nobody. Just keep watching. Avery was up. Defense, I'm going Jesse Bates was out of his Falcon mind. He said, the offense, I'm going Kirk. He was very much like inside of his mind into the last 2 minutes, but I'll give you that. I'm going Kirk, but I think Mooney, my favorite player, run because he's a dog. He is a dog. I'm glad we got that. That boy said, what it do out of your Falcon mind and Falcons family? Let's go. 1-0 on primetime. Kirk show why he is a $100 million quarterback. 1 minute, 39 seconds left and scored in 67 seconds. I mean, Kirk looked like Tom Brady on that last drive. Long. But I'm going to say he got to play fast and loose, and that was said by Peyton and Maddie and Eli Manning said, when you're in the last 2 minutes, it's like you don't have to think anymore. You are playing from your gut, and that's what we know he can do because he's not learning off. He was just trying to get the ball downfield. He did it in excellent fashion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was a coincidence either that Maddie was in the booth, or not in the booth, but Maddie was on the on the Manning podcast.
Maddie, good luck, man.
Whatever you want to call it. And but yeah, I mean, you could tell like when he first came on, they were like, yeah, Philly guy, born in Philly, and Matt was like, y'all know I live in Atlanta now, right? Like, it's like I think they live there now. Like,
man, Matt was rooting for us the whole time. It was dope.
Oh, of course he was. Yeah, of course he was.
Chris said Bijan Robinson for that chip block on Nolan Smith Jr. Yes, sir.
Dude, I was listening.
Chippy.
I was listening to Locked On Eagles today just because I wanted some entertainment. Dude, they were so mad.
You are sadistic, buddy.
So mad.
You are a sadistic guy, buddy. I love it.
Because, dude, we're always that guy. We're always that, like, they're watching us for like this, terrible reaction. Like, oh, let's see what happened with the Falcons, guys. So it was just nice to see somebody else have a mental breakdown on freaking, on their podcast. Yes. But dude, they were getting Sirianni. Dude's even saying like, as of now, Nolan Smith Jr. is a bust. Which half the fan base was so pissed off we didn't get Nolan Smith. Back in the, I don't know, is the Philly Dogs thing? Is that still a thing? Is all the Georgia fans went to Philly? Is that still a thing? I haven't heard. I don't know. I'm sure they were relatively quiet last night, weirdly enough.
Lisa said Jesse Bates played out of his Falcon mind, not only for the game stealing interception, he also saved a touchdown. Sure yes, he did. And boy, that game saver was so smooth. The way he slid into that thing, it was like a baseball catch. King Richie said, did you hear Coach's speech? He said, who freaking next? That's what I'm saying. Who can get it next? PC said game ball 1 go to the offensive line. Game ball 2 go to Bates, of course. Everybody loves Jesse Bates. Great addition. That Bijan sent Nolan Smith to the outer realm. Yes, he did.
He sure did, man.
He went to the upside down. Lisa Shepard said, why do y'all think Cousins looked so comfortable in the 2-minute drill? The most pressure filled time of the game, and he looked relaxed and fluid. He wasn't that for most of the game. Well, I was watching the Manning thing, and I just said all the quarterbacks said it's their favorite time because you don't have to think. It's instinctive football. And the plays that you running are all the ones that like the back of your hand. Ain't anything new, ain't nothing fancy. So he was playing from his gut. It's what he's a veteran. So he didn't have to think of, where is he supposed to be? What's my looks? He was just like, I got to get this ball downfield. And that's what Matt Ryan said. That's what Peyton said. And Eli Manning said that. So I'm going to go with them.
Yeah, I mean, he was comfortable. He was relaxed. He knew where he was going with the ball. Like he was reading. It was in the Eagles' defense was relatively easy to read. They were running out like I think without going back and watching the film yet. Pretty sure they're just running out a little too high shell, which
cushion they gave
as Falcons fans would drive. We're used to seeing this. You just like we back off too far, and all of a sudden they allow everything underneath until you're on the 10-yard line. And it was just easy, So like for him, it was just sit back, read the zone, find the open man, and get it to him.
They did not believe in his arm from how he started that. It was like give him the shot, he gonna miss it, and he hit him. Kirk on the center changed the game plan. Savion said it.
Yep.
And he did. Chris said, "Can we address the real elephant in the room? Who's dressing Ray McLeod? He dressed like Nelly from O2, bro. It was embarrassing. I don't know what that was."
He said after the game that he was a big Randall fan growing up or whatever, something like that. Like his dad was play with, I don't know, something like that. Either way, I still don't love it. I mean, if you're going into an opposing team, you're still wearing an opposing team quarterback or I don't care what it is. You're wearing an opposing team's jersey of some sort. I don't love it. But he did show up, and he also got a dumbass penalty during the game. Freaking, I understand C.J. Gardner Johnson is a tool, and he's gonna like he gets after everybody, but you can't punch him in front of the ref, like literally. You can punch him, just don't do it in front of the ref. Like go punch him somewhere else.
He ought to get punished from the Falcons for that. Like he should have to do something because that was, bro. You can't do that.
You watch the replay. The ref is right here.
The ref was right here. Like I don't care what he did, dog. The game is. Come on, dog. We are not that good to still be doing stuff like that. No. That boy said Ray is going to always be open when they double team Drake and KP and put extra focus on Bijan. Yes, Young. I believe personally he's Kirk's favorite target. I think he looked for Ray. He like a safety blanket. Lisa said it felt so good being on the winning side of a close game like that in a hostile environment. Young, I felt the first people I thought about was the Falcon fans in that stadium because you have to leave immediately.
Yep.
Because Young, they gonna try to fight you now that they lost and they drunk. I'm telling you, gonna have to fight. You got to be quiet. It's got to be jazz hands when you can't make no comment. You can't enjoy it. Guy boy said Eagles play Saints and Bucks this weekend next. Man, we was gonna get dragged, man. So we kind of saved it.
Now we need them to get their shit together and go beat the Saints.
So the Saints put it on Dallas, man.
They sure did. Yeah, that offense is something else. Like 15 drives. I think 15 drives and 15 scoring drives. Like that's
man. Who would have thought Derek Carr would find the right coordinator and
Clint Kubiak, man.
Shout out to Derek Carr.
But that's what not to get off on that, but like watching that game because I think most of us here saw that game. If you're in Atlanta, like the way he used Kamara, dude. I mean, like dude, that's how we should. I mean, hey Zach, take a peek. I mean, like. He was just the focal point of that offense. And obviously just Carr hitting every open pass he could find.
Back it up. Bing said, great job, Drive. Congrats, gents.
Appreciate you, buddy.
And it is a guy where I'm from, buddy. His name is Kyle Ripken. Okay? I don't know what this man's done, but he has that jersey. He plays the Orioles. Okay? I don't know Kyle Ripken. They treat Kyle Ripken.
The Iron Man, dude.
Oh, my God. They treat this man like he is, oh, my God. Where I'm from, he is God, bro.
He played like, I don't even know the number, 2,100 consecutive games
in
MLB. Like he never missed a game.
That's how I could see that jersey, and I know that as Kyle. I don't even know what team that is. I know that's Kyle Ripken's jersey.
Yeah, that's the Orioles. Yeah. So John Thompson, what's up, buddy?
John JT, rise up. Jerome said when this team jails, it's going to be trouble. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's going to be trouble because we saw a peak, just a peak.
Yeah, we did, and we'll get back to the chat here in a few minutes, guys. I know y'all are hyped as we
Drake
are.
London, don't kill anybody in your celebrations, okay? Don't kill the whole crowd like Scarface in your celebrations, buddy. Just don't do it.
So I guess like that's not okay, but like you can do the arrow though. Because I saw multiple guys shoot the arrow. I think
if you shoot the arrow, it's just one person you kill, but you can't shoot up the crowd, buddy. You can't do that.
For KC, like shoot multiple arrows. Like
he shot. Yeah,
he at least multiple guys there. Yeah. So I guess it's
so no Drake.
No Drake. Yeah, that was He talked about it after the game on SVP. If y'all watched after the post game, but yeah, he probably should have kept it together a little bit. And next time he was excited.
Hold on, John. Before we move, I want to say Kirk did the right thing and. It was hilarious. He waited till off the field to slam the helmet. Kirk, I know you was. I know he wanted to get hyped, but he just did And then when he got on the sideline, he made sure he waited. So shout out to you for being conscious of that.
Yep. Yeah. And the guy that you can see at the bottom of our screen, I had to put his face on here because
yes, sir.
I mean, you back him up 15 yards, you make a 48-yard extra point. That decides whether the game or we're going to get, and that just goes back to the preseason when some of the fans were like, we got to get a new kicker because he missed 3 in the preseason.
Dog, he's one of the best.
Come on.
Dog, it's him and the Dallas kicker to me because that Cowboy kicker he on steroids. I don't know what he's kicking with, but I think with him, I would love to see them have a kickoff.
I mean, leg-wise, his is not the strongest leg, but he's been like one of the most accurate kickers. He's like, I think he's top 3 over the last however many years, and it's like him, Justin Tucker, maybe the guy you're talking about, or Harrison Buckner, from KC. But either way, I mean, like dude was just ice cold and hit the last shot, and that was that. And then I was a little concerned though, man. With 30-something seconds left, I'm like, now we're gonna play this freaking light shell and let them come back. And they had a big play on first down.
The chat would not. I was already partying. I said, I told y'all and the chat would not join me in no celebration.
Of course not. No.
And I'm telling the chat, like, y'all, we won the game over. And they would not comment. I said, y'all so scared right now.
Dude, Mike
sent this text. Came through.
He sent the text that was, I literally thought like he'd already knew what happened. I'm like, is my feed too slow? Because he was like, we won, fellas. And then the very next play, Jesse intercepts a pass. I'm like, dude's a freaking Nostradamus here going into this game. But yeah, dude, I mean, that was just a wild ending. I mean, I couldn't even like Liam.
Man, we deserved that. We deserved it as a fan base, and they played well enough that they deserved. Doug, to win on the road is something. To win in Philadelphia, you can win anywhere. If you can win in Philadelphia, because that's hostile. Like they will really try to fight you, and they call you names, and they call you out your name. They'll say about your mother, and they are crazy, and they love their team. So to go there and win, the whole crowd was silent when we won. When he scored, everybody man. You could have heard a pin drop in there. To do that on the road in Philadelphia, I'm glad, and it was national TV, so. Stephen A was watching, Shannon Sharp was watching, everyone of importance was watching, and even people that are not Falcon fans were watching, so they got a taste of getting to see what we can do, and it just gained us so much respect. And even Kirk, because they say he can't win on Showtime games, and he did some Peyton Manning type thing at the end of that game. So shout out to him.
Yeah, and shout out to Kyle Brandt too on Good Morning Football. He was like, hey, man, the E and ESPN stood for Eagles last night because it was Nick Foles getting inducted into whatever they were doing. It was Jason Kelce on the pregame, dancing and getting drunk, and it was all this stuff going on. It was and I understand you're at you're at Philly, so you're gonna do the stories or whatever there, but it was just everything.
The guy painted green in the crowd, weird.
Yeah, and so to disrupt all of that, and for us to come out with, I mean, yeah, they embarrassed Jason Kelce in front of Jason.
Yes,
Kelce.
we did.
So, but yeah, it was wild, and to see the offense, like I said, you could definitely see progress even in the first half. We still couldn't finish the drives like we wanted to. Some questionable, calls here or there, but you could tell them obviously, like a little bit of shotgun, a little bit of under center. We had some play action which worked, but really, dude, Bijan and Tyler just controlling the game. You can running up the middle, running and zone. Really, the stretch was killing it all game long. That's what was confusing when we went forward and fourth at the end. When CJ stopped Bijan, it's like we've been successful going wide all game. Like if you're going to go short, then either do Tyler or if you're going up the middle, like maybe go to. But at that point, I don't know, because Tyler did limp off the field at one point. So I don't know if I don't know if he was. Yeah, I don't think he came back.
You want to preserve that.
Maybe so, but
the way they used them too was how you use salt and pepper. It's the perfect combination. I mean, that was perfect. The perfect mix where you got to see both of their skill set, and they both got it. Was Tyler was crushing it when he got it. Bijan was crushing it when they got it, and man, it slowed up the pass rush. It spread the defense. It just. Those guys, we have the best backfield in the National Football League, and this hasn't been that exciting since Tevin Coleman and Freeman was crushing it like this. So, man, that just looked good last night. And even Kirk was honest at the end of the game to say I still didn't look sharp. It wasn't I didn't play well, but on the last drive he kind of got it together when they needed, because he did not play well to me. He didn't have a good game again. He was really messing up, but he played better than last game, which is bad to say. But when we needed it, he did what a veteran should be able to do. I don't think if we had a rookie, he would be able to go down in that pressure situation. Totally relaxed in front of Matty Ice. You went and put on that show. I love you, Kirk.
And Drake said you could tell it wasn't the first time he's been there. I mean, obviously he's a veteran for a reason. He's getting paid that money for a reason. Like that's what he does. That's why he's here. And there was, definitely a difference. The second half, he was better. He was a lot better in the second half. He was finding guys. I think if you look at his breakdown, it's, way different from in both halves. But, that's also a testament to Zach and some of the play calling. But a lot of, look, 70 of his 240 passing yards came on that last drive, because it was just like boom, 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 within a minute down the field. And they were killing Sirianni for that decision to throw to Barkley. And I know Barkley dropped the pass. Because, if Barkley catches that pass, that's game's over.
Yep.
I mean, he just has to kneel on it, and that's it. And I get it, man. Like if it was us, I'd be furious. I'd be
Yeah.
like, we have the tush push or whatever the hell they call it.
Yeah. Yep.
Like you need 3 yards. Do that twice.
Yep.
Or run it with Barkley once, then do that. Like, why would you even
overthought
to throw
yourself?
it? That was Arthur Smith type shit right
there. That was Arthur Smith. Like, man, I'm thinking, you thinking, I'm thinking, I'm gonna catch him off guard with this one.
I mean, you know,
he was wide open and he should have caught it. So I don't really mind the call. He was wide open. He should have caught it. He dropped the pass. He's a great player. It was meant for him to drop that pass.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, to his credit, the play should have worked.
It worked.
You know,
yeah.
I mean, you had what you wanted, you know, and like he would at least got the first down, if not scored.
Yep.
So, you know, but the fact that he didn't, and then he got it back, you know, that's, you know, and then we took advantage of it, which is great. And, you know, it's funny to see different media members across the national media say like they either give us credit or they don't give us credit, and they blame it. It's either like, oh no, Philly lost that game. You know, it's not Atlanta won that game. It's Philly lost that game. You know, so we're always going to hear that stuff though whenever that happens, because that's just we're used to it. And then we gotta shout out the O-line, man, because the O-line massive bounce back. And I know, look, their front is good, but they're not Pittsburgh good. McGarry had a much better game. Like Chris mentioned earlier in the chat, Bijan blowing up Nolan Smith on that chip block. Kyle Pitts was blocking better.
Kyle was blocking. Kyle had to see hot dog. He must have saw hot dog. Hey, Kyle was blocking. Look, oh man, Kyle was blocking. He sprung Bijan like twice.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so I'm looking forward to watching this 22 and just like, you know, really, and because I really want to focus in on the line and seeing some of those things that, you know, looked a lot better. Dude, Lindstrom dominated Jalen Carter last night.
Dog, and I just want to say this because I had said this on the previous show. I gotta stick my thing down for this one. It was the most impressive part of last night was the attitude of the offensive line. You're in the house of the bully. You're in the house of the bully. And these guys are huge, humongous guys on the other side of the line who we are fans of too, right? But it was to see, like you kind of had a bad first game. And now we want to see, I said this on the preview show, it'll show their attitude more than anything else. Are you bullying the bully? Are you scared of the bully? Are you going to try? But then when it's too hard, you're going to regress. Well, I wanted to see your attitude. And those boys was downhill all game. They came to fight the bully, and they kicked the bully ass. Oh, and they kept kicking the bully ass, and they dominated the bully. Like it was all out, and the attitude was gritty. It was an Arthur Smith like attitude, and I like that attitude he brought to the office. It was like, man, we gonna punish y'all. Like we will inflict the blow, like we will inflict the pain, and that was Arthur Smith's kind of thing with the offensive line. To see that play out, that's how we have great running games, is when they take that attitude. That's when we have tremendous running games. So, and Kirk even had more time to throw. Yeah. So they did an outstanding job, and it showed me their attitude. Those boys was gritty, and without them, last night wouldn't have been. So shout out to them just for having the balls and the heart that they had, because they played against some giants, and that to the most part they dominated.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. I think he got hit twice. You know, he got sacked by, was it Simmons maybe? I don't forget the name, but he got sacked by one dude, and then I think hit another time. But their edges did nothing. Brandon Graham was a little bit, you know, into the game. Bryce Huff was like literally just not there. So like and then you didn't hear anything from anybody else. Like Jake, you didn't hear his name called. You didn't hear him get Caleb's name called. And again, the interior, Dahlman, I think, was our highest rated guy on PFF. Again, you know, and like I said, those interior guys did a hell of a job with those two, because that's what we were. That was our thing. That was what going into the game. We were like, okay, if the interior blows up this offensive line, we're gonna have problems all night long. And they just did their job. I mean, it's flat out. And from what I've seen from people that's already looked at the 22, it was just a knockdown drag out with Jalen Carter and Lindstrom all night long. So I can't wait to watch it. But I mean, that's the thing. Like, you know, we heard, or a lot of people heard half the time last week that Jalen Carter was going to eat us up. You know, he's going to come back, and we're going to, you know, regret not drafting him. And we said it before. That's the guy we wanted to draft going into it. But when we
that's who I wanted. That's who John wanted.
We all wanted. Yeah, that's who we all wanted, because it just made sense, right? But we got Bijan, and obviously another great pick that we were happy about, and you can see.
Terry.
I mean, yeah, you can see why, and Art too, because Art was,
Yep.
love the dude. But you can see why, man. Like he was. I mean, the way he moves, the way he cuts is just different. I mean, the way, and one thing too, you can see the vision. Like you could see some of those plays from behind the line of scrimmage. His vision is getting a little bit better too. It's as far as like anticipating when he needs to cut and everything. So like that's really good to see. So
John told us when we was drafting him is like because all of us, I don't know if y'all recall or if you have convenient amnesia, but we always saying, man, we got Tyler already. Tyler's beast. Then why would we waste? Why would we do this? And John said, just trust me, dog. He can do a lot more than just run the ball. Like he kind of can do everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't want to hear it, but he's proven he blocked good. He caught the ball good. He was a great decoy. He can do pretty much. I want to see him punt return just one good time and just hope he don't get injured. But he is dynamic, man. I know he's amazing on Madden. I can bet he can probably do everything on Madden because he can do everything. But shout out to Tyler too, because I can't take one without the other. I love Tyler with a passion, man. He's the bully. He bullied the bullies. Mm-hmm. You want to see a bowling ball on legs, Mike Turner? Here we go. Christie said defenses kept that pressure on Saquon, Smith, and Hurts through the third quarter. Through the third quarter, they seemed a little tired in the fourth, and they were tackling Saquon pretty well. It's hard. I would make a business decision. They were doing great.
They were tackling him better than Jalen. I think Jalen, and we'll get to the stats in a second, but I think Jalen had like 85 yards, something like that.
They were tackling Barkley really well. 4 quarters was up.
What's up?
Yeah, 4 quarters out of your Falcon Mind pre-show. One for the Falcons. Mike, my apologies. I told you, buddy. I guess it was that reverse psychology, man. Have faith. Do you believe? I told you we would do it to him, man. We shook up the world.
Yeah, man. Shout out to 4 quarters. Make sure y'all follow them, man. We had a really good time with those guys on Friday night doing a little preview show as well. Bernard, what's up, bud?
Bernard said, incredible win. I love the potential of the defense. Judon and Simmons are icing on the cake. Yes, sir. King Richie said, Judon has been a great addition. Yes, sir. JT said, glad they took advantage of them young Philly dogs. Yeah, they still young. King Richie said, you see what happened when you use Tyler MB. Salt and pepper make the best mix, baby.
That's right.
Cortez said, I've been going to Eagles podcast too. Y'all are this stick, man, because they were adamant the Falcons were still pushover. Yeah. I told you that is our view of, well, not our view. That's people's outside view of our team. They saw. So when we go to Philly and do that, that stands for something way beyond where it would be anywhere else. It really made a statement. Like Kirk made a statement, the line made a statement, the running backs made a statement, the Falcons made a statement. The electrician. What up, crew? My cousin Richie with the PBU.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what he said just now, John. I don't know what any of that was.
Pass breakup.
Oh, okay. My cousin Richie with the
He did in the end zone last night. Made a hell of a play on the ball too. So like that was good. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. I owe my Q's an apology because that man was tackling and covering well. And I mean, like he kind of like AJ, he didn't have any regard. Like he didn't give a shit. He's gonna come up and hit you. He's gonna and he was doing taking good angles. Like he was good. He was good, man.
Desmond Ritter having a dog, he wouldn't have done that in two, and that's the benefit of having a veteran. And I was dragging Kirk, but that in the 2-minute drill, boy, them boys be poised.
Desmond made an appearance on my All 22 video, and one of my buddies texted me and was like, he was a huge Ritter fan. He was like, dude, why you gotta sneak this Ritter like that with his face in there? I was like, a little bit of fun.
Jamal, hey Jamal, how you feeling, buddy? Rise up, Judon. 2 games, 2 sacks. Yeah, boy, you're damn right. Christie said, when I saw Coach Raheem looking like a serious James Evans from Good Times, I knew the Falcons was going to turn up, and he would not crack a smile. That man was concentrating. He usually happy. He was focused. Jamal said, I was out to start moving furniture yesterday, y'all. Man, oh man, thank you. I'm telling you, he was about to start moving. I'm telling you. Cool, miss field goal. Yes, sir. I would never drag that. Drake, no Draco. No Draco. That's all I say. You can't shoot up the crowd. The man said, I've been watching Eagles fan reaction video. Y'all are wild. Has been therapy for the soul. They are mad. Yeah, they should be mad. Because you know what? they already counted that shit as a W.
Yeah,
They was
man.
already counting this. Oh, this is just the Falcons. And we shocked the world.
I had a continual smile on my face the whole time listening to that thing. It was fantastic.
He said, watching Eagles fan reactions videos has been therapeutic for the soul. Kyle Pitts actually blocked. You got to give it to Kyle. I'm going to be honest. I think Raheem got on all of their asses about blocking because they all blocked.
Dude, you could, yeah. If I'm seeing it, just a fan and other fans are seeing it on the film,
they got on them.
Yeah.
Full quarter said, I just want to say that the broadcast was very biased. Troy Aikman was tripping. I had to switch it. Nobody gave us respect or wanted to talk about us winning that game. I know it will be worse going into this next matchup. I'm going to tell you who did, buddy, and I was going to say this. So I was seeing Troy Aikman because I usually like Troy Aikman, but he just kept talking Philadelphia. He wouldn't. And then Johnny Yates told me, hey, man, Matty Ryan is about to join. I switched it so fast. And they had who was that? Bill Belichick was on.
Yeah.
And Matty did count us in. So we got to give Matty count us in.
Yeah, I didn't watch a minute of the regular broadcast. I watched the entire thing on Manningcast.
Troy was tripping for some reason. He just kept Philadelphia. Like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
But I think the world counted us out. So that's why we counted us in.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to look at well, actually, let's just go ahead and take a look at the stats while we got it here. If you look at Kirk's numbers, 20 for 29, 241 yards, 117 rating, pretty solid. Jalen was 23 or 30. Jalen had a really good game. Look, outside that interception at the end, and he was 95 yards. He's averaging 4.3. No, I'm sorry, that was Saquon. He had 85, 13 carries on 6.5 average. And he's a beast to bring down. I know, he's not somebody you want to.
But that's the thing, because he inflicts the blow instead of the defender, and I hate that. I just wanted William Moore so bad last night, or Keanu Neal. I told John, man, we just need one of them cracks to where he'll hesitate to run that ball, because he was inflicting the blow on our defenders. He is an amazing talent, bro. I don't like him, but he is amazing, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
he can do everything.
Yeah, he's just he's been a little and he's been turnover happy, as far as the last year has been with the Eagles, but he didn't last night until the end, and it was really I think it was Caden Ellis was in his face, making him kind of throw that ball maybe quicker than you wanted to. I don't know. Either way, it was definitely a good pressure by him. You look at our rushing yards, Bijan 14, 97, averaged almost 7 yards a pop, which is just crazy.
Johnny Yates, how do you feel about our two running backs who are going to average 6 and 7 yards a touch, buddy?
I mean, that's the blueprint, man. If you can do that and you can actually, obviously not, you won't do it every game, because every game's not going to work like that, and every defense is different. But that's the blueprint. If you can run like that, and then it's basic. It's the most simplest form of football, but my God, it works when you have it. If you have two dynamic backs and an offensive line that can do it, and then you run play action off of that, whether you're in pistol, shotgun, under center, whatever it is, it's going to open up so much of the passing game. And then when you've got the athletes that we have to catch the ball, I mean, look what dude said earlier in the chat. Once this keeps gelling and keeps working, this is going to get better and better and better. It should. It should get better and better. Saquon 22 for 95. Then the passing game, Devonta did a good job, taking up for AJ, missing that game, 7 interceptions, 76 yards. And that's the thing. Look, and we're not going to nitpick tonight because the night, because it was, we won the game. But if consistent pressure wasn't there on the quarterback, if that's one thing. If we could get more consistent pressure on the quarterback, because Jalen was having too much time to throw, and Devontae's too fast and too good of a route runner and too quick a feet. And we're going to see other guys like that that's coming up next week. We're going to see Xavier Worthy. We're going to see Rasheed Rice. They can't, those guys back there, as good as they may be, they can't guard them for 6-7 seconds, man. You've got to make them get back the quarterback a little bit more. So Jadon with the sack, which was good. And there were, like I said, there were several non-calls that were holding on the Eagles that we did not get. But that's the only thing I'll say about defense. And with running quarterbacks, really got to maintain those rush lanes, because that's what happens sometimes. You would run past and he just comes right forward. You got to be mindful of that guy. As soon as he wants, he's going to take off, and get out of here. John, we appreciate you, buddy.
John, we appreciate you. The national media, AJT. That's what I said, dog. They don't respect us, but we gotta earn that respect. Like, I hate it and I whine about it, but then I just see the stupid shit that we've done, and I say, well, we earn that, but we can earn something else. So it has to be earned. I can't just say, hey man, I'm a good fan, so they got to give us respect.
Right.
Nah, man, if you throwing off your butt and you doing dumb shit, and you know what I'm saying, then they don't have to respect us. But last night went a long way for respect, because man, they got to talk about us for a week straight in a positive light.
Yep.
So it went a long way, and we went in Philly and did that shit. So we went to the biggest bully's house and we kicked their ass, and we did that, and no one counted us in for that win. No one, not one person in the national media said we would win that game, and we shook up the world, man. Shout out to you, buddy.
We appreciate
believe
that.
You gotta believe, buddy.
I got to remind me, Mike. I got to get a sounder for the super chats. Like, I got to get something.
Got to.
There you go.
Come on.
Or you just do that every time. Just record yourself doing that. I'll play that. How much easier than me having to Google search something.
Yeah,
it's much easier. But yeah, man.
I love y'all for believing in the team, man. I really do, because that was a game where we just were supposed to lose, and all the experts, the people who really know, said nah, they'll lose. So it was kind of good to shut them up. Like, the fans shut up the experts. That is the dopest feeling in the world.
And it's nice to see an opposed. Well, let's not get killed by a tight end. You know what I mean? Like,
that's
nice.
Yep.
Now Dallas Goedert had 3 catches, 38 yards. You know, that's not really a big a deal. I can deal with that every week. And then defensively, man, Jesse, 12 total tackles, 7 solo. Obviously, the huge PBU down there at the goal line that saved a touchdown probably. And then, of course, the interception to seal the game. Caden Ellis was 11, 6 solo tackles. He was everywhere too. Troy Anderson, 9 total tackles, 5 solo. And AJ was 7. And Troy was up and down. I thought Troy took some really like not great angles early in the game, especially whether it was Jalen or Saquon. He was making tackles, but sometimes it was kind of like those Keith Brooking tackles where it was kind of like down the field a little bit. So, but yeah, I mean, I was very overall, I was happy with Troy, but he's definitely got still some work to do. You could tell that, we definitely missed Nate Landman in the run game defense, like, because he's just a better run defender right now. You know what I mean? That's what he's better at. Granted, now he didn't play against Pittsburgh. He would play in that base package where he would essentially, during most running downs, you'd see him in there. Clearly, within him out, that means Troy's going to get more opportunities. So Troy's going to get better, I think. But would you agree with that? You early in the game, like this, like some of the angles, stuff like that wasn't as
Troy, to me, I've said this before, dog. He's, to me, is the Tasmanian devil, because he's the one that Troy, you wind him up and you just let him loose. But he's so fast, he'll run right past where he's supposed to be. He's so aggressive that it'll backfire sometimes. He's the linebacker, Clark Phillips. He either gonna go right past it, or you know what I'm saying. But when Troy, and I view him as like young Allen Iverson. When he learns to play with his mind, he'll be better. But as of right now, it's just that raw talent, like street ball type. I'm gonna make this, but he could run right past you sometimes, or run where if he was patient, he would have made the play. Like, he's so aggressive. But I think Nate can learn from him, and he can learn from Nate. So that's a great pairing.
Yeah, 100%. And then again, we know the special teams and everything. And then you look down, like for Philly. I mean, Reed Blankenship, Zach Bond, their top 2 tacklers, which was the same as the first week for them. And Jalen Carter, 1 tackle, man. 1 tackle and no QB hits. And that's who we were really.
Where all them people at? Where all y'all at? That was talking that shit. Like, I wanted them too, but I wasn't. I'm not a fan of the team no more. I'm gonna be an Eagles fan now. I didn't hear nobody. Where y'all at?
The quiet
church mouse.
They're really quiet. And I got on my soapbox when that happened, because it was like, we wanted him, but we didn't get him. So who gives a shit? We got Bijan, so now we root for them because we got Bijan. And like folks are like, well, that doesn't happen to you because your team doesn't have. Dude, there's like 6 Alabama players on Philly, and there have been. Philly and New Orleans seems to always take Alabama players. I love Jalen. I love Devonta Smith. I want to beat their ass every time we play them. Like, I'm not. There's not one part of me that wants root for another team in the NFL because my college guys go to that team. Not one.
John, he was a great fan of Bryce Young, but he don't root for Bryce Young. Like,
no, man. I actually feel kind of bad about the
Me
tweet
too.
I put out about Bryce Young.
Me too. I feel awful for him.
I mean, damn, he's in the hole in this. We'll talk about that maybe on the next show. But yeah, y'all probably saw it by now. He got benched for freaking Andy Dalton. But yeah, man, look, and just some notes I wrote down about the game in the first half. It was like, Kirk, you could just tell, and they talked about it on the Manning cast. I don't know if they were on the main cast. They were talking about it, but you could tell he was a little bit still like a little slower to. Like it was an extra hitch here or there, or just it's a tick slow hitting that open man, and that was like, you can't do that in the NFL because, guys are covering, they're going to break, they're going to close, they're going to get there. So, but that seemed to get better as the game went on. And again, I mean, unfortunately, this is like kind of preseason. It's not preseason, but like he had no preseason. So this is like real game actions kind of getting him back into it. So,
speed up. And I was telling John, he didn't strike me like he had his confidence yet. Like, when you have your confidence, you don't second guess your eyesight. Yeah, he open, I'm gonna throw it. He always kind of, I want to do the safe. He looked for the safest available option. If it's somebody wide open going up the field, he'll see him. Then he just go through the 10-yard pass. So, but I think that what he put off at the end of that game is going to give Kirk Spades the confidence to kind of trust himself going forward.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking in the first half. I'm like, dude, we didn't bring you here to check down shit. We had somebody that did it already. Like we didn't need you, like, because I mean, I know he may not. We'll watch it back on the 22, but that one play I texted you, I think, or the group chat, like Ray was a touchdown. Like he had everybody beat. And if you lay it out there for him, and it has to be a good throw, but man, that was a score. And he goes underneath instead to, I think it was Drake. But yeah, just getting more confident with those throws. That's what it's all about. And I think, like you said, and the greatest thing is, and like he said it too, they're still not nowhere near where they want to be, but you got the win doing it. It's really good to like not be at your best and still get a win out of it. And it's a lot better than going like I said, it's a completely different feeling, man. If we're 0-2 right now, like I can't even explain that. And then too, also when we had second and goal early in the game too, I think it was our fourth drive of the game, and we decided to pass instead of run on that. Like that kind of I was like, dude, because now you have to pass. Like if that didn't work, and now the threat, now not even the threat of the run is gone. So like you couldn't even, so that, little things like that, like, it's just nitpicking, but stuff like that you hope Zach sees and is like, okay, yeah, that was probably not the right decision to make there. But like I said, overall, just the defense, like I said, we just need more consistent pressure. The secondary is doing a good job. Tackling was so, depending on the person. Again, I think Saquon and Jalen are both tough guys to get down, but either way, that's just something that's and typically same thing with no preseason. It's like, all right, well, this is kind of like welcome to tackling again. You know what I mean? So like you hope to see that improve every game as well. And then the only thing I didn't like too, the fourth and one call where Bijan got stuffed by CJ, like and that that was just seemed to me unimaginative. Like that's like you got to have that moment in the game, you got to get that fourth, and that's what you go with. Like I was like,
you got to have better plays for that.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, a little bit more creative there would have been nice. And then, but yeah, hey, look, we did convert on that sixth drive. We converted a fourth down to Ray. I think it was, fourth down to 4, and that we were, I think, we're right around midfield. Ended up getting a big play to Mooney. And Mooney, again, shout out to Mooney, had a great game. It was only 3 catches, but it was 3 big catches that he had, and with the catch and TD run too. So,
and he was open a few more. That as soon as Kirk get his thing together, he gonna have more.
Yeah, and look, Zach went against Vic Fangio, man, which is not. I mean, he's an old, grizzled defensive coordinator, man. So like, that's for your second game calling, like going against that guy. Hey, I got. Yeah, that's a good jump to take.
The man said Darnell Mooney and Ray McLeod earned their wide receiver spots. They did. Kirk been sinking with them well. He has, yeah. Johnny said, "What's happening out of your Falcon mind?" Johnny? Falcons upset win on the road in a hostile environment. Eagles fans, media in shock. The world in shock. We shook up the world, man. JT said Kyle actually blocked. I'm telling you, I think Raheem got on everybody.
It, man.
Kyle Pitts did better block in this game. Yes, he did. Johnny said, "Yo,
Man.
it's been a while since this team has won a comeback win like this on Monday Night Football. It's been the last time was Matty Ice."
Mm-hmm.
Liam said, "What's up, buddy? Good luck at the orchestra, buddy. Crush it.
Yep.
You got to crush it today for all of Atlanta."
Exactly.
King Richie said, "Kirk looks like a whole different QB under center." Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe I called it.
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe it was just the game, like Zach said. Maybe it was a game plan going into Pittsburgh that because that line and that front was so intimidating, or they are good. Maybe they thought, hey, we'll give Kirk a little buffer there. You know what I mean? And so he's not having to scramble back, and that line's getting. Maybe that was the case, but obviously they can tell, like when you. And they did a little bit of everything, like I said last night. But you can tell he's definitely, in his comfort zone there for sure.
Johnny said the matchups with the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be interesting. The Benz is going to be lit. Hey, now we know we are at least capable of winning against those teams. It's a shot. It's not that a lot of people, even the biggest Falcon fans, crossed off a few of these games as L's off the rip just because start of the year, that's going to lose. Now they have to second guess that decision. Like they know we're capable of winning. We can, if we gel, we can put 30 points on anybody, and man, our defense can hold you to under 21. So we can beat anyone in the National Football League on a good Sunday.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love to say that, and it's not me being positive. I love to say that, and it's reality.
Reality. Yeah, and I mean, and when, like, there's going to be so many more fans there on Sunday, because we won. Because, dude, there were, on Twitter at least, I don't know, like in the real world, but on Twitter there was folks like 0-5 incoming, 0-6 incoming, 0-4 incoming. Like they'd already written us off. Like I even tweeted out like, why should we even play these games then? Like, I mean, since we're already, y'all are already telling us we're done for the season. It's crazy. But anyway, I did see that the Chiefs signed Kareem Hunt again, because if y'all didn't see, Isaiah Pacheco is going to be out for a while with a broken fibula, which I hate that, because he's one of my favorite running backs to watch, because he runs so angry and just violent. I don't want to play him, so I'm glad he's not playing against us. But Kareem Hunt, if he plays, also a good running back. But we'll get to that when we get to the preview show.
The man said Cousins had so much time in the pocket. Yeah, he called his kids to read them the bedtime story before he threw that ball. Yeah, young, they really was like when a shooter can't shoot for like a 3-pointer, when they be like, give him and they turn their back. That's kind of what they was doing. Like they was playing off. He had time to throw. Like it's like he washed, and I'm glad he proved them wrong. I gotta find the apology for him for Hughes. Yeah. I think we all wanted him gone. Rise up, JSA MATV. Rise up. You're damn right, buddy. See you, electrician. I'm gonna be at the Chiefs game Sunday. Mike, you have to come see Matt Ryan. Oh, Matty did a pre-game thing. Oh, I gotta see that, buddy. I gotta see that. So here's what Liam said. Mike texted me at the end saying we were going to win before that drive even started. I'm telling you, I knew.
Told you.
I said, just watch this. Jamal said, facts, I had a great feeling about it when we got that ball back. I knew what was happening, man. I told y'all this. It wasn't the same old Falcons. I know how it looked week 1, but I knew it wasn't, man. I knew it wasn't. It's just too many new pieces to be the same old anything.
That's right, man.
Another PR said, hey, fam, I slept well last night. Glad I didn't follow Biscuit Pig. Hey, I dragged Biscuit. I dragged Biscuit like, oh, man, I dragged him. Buddy. I'm glad you was wrong, buddy.
So he's now 1-1 on the season.
Now 1-1. Yes, sir.
Maybe he'll pick us next week.
Yeah. King Richie said, when Kirk and Robinson get on the same page, it's going to get ugly. And I went to the Eagles pages, too. Y'all, oh, wow.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
I love
always the one that was willowing and sorrow and anger and pissed off. Is like, no, especially that fan base. It's fun to watch that fan base be that pissed off.
He said, big up to Caden Ellis, who pressured Jaden on that pick to JB3. Yep. King Richie said Barkley wouldn't have did all that with Lamb back there. Oh, no way.
No, dude. Lamb brings the hammer, dude. Like that's I definitely think we missed him. I don't know. I know we worked out Quan Alexander, Rashawn Evans. And I can't remember who else, but I mean, I think Raheem even said we're kind of thin at inside linebacker, so I wouldn't be shocked if we go out and sign somebody.
Bring my man Evans back, man.
Bring Evans back. I mean, he's a good run thumper, dude.
Yep.
Like I mean, I know he's getting a little bit older in the tooth, but I mean, shit, man, or longer in the tooth, but he'll still hit, man. William Amy, what's up?
William said we needed that win. Yes, we deserved. We needed it. We wanted it, and we got it. Troy Anderson need to be disciplined, tackle better. Yo, to reel him in is going to be the challenge. To make him play within the confines of the system is going to be the challenge. April said, "What up, everyone? Shout out to you, April. Rise up." 44. He's still a rookie. Yeah.
I mean,
but he got to learn on the fly, man.
Yeah, I mean, we said it before. Like he's still learning the linebacker position, of course. But I mean, like, yeah, you got to.
He was quarterback. He was running back. He was linebacker. So he's trying to learn this one position now.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be me. I don't even know what you're talking about, April.
It's probably earlier in the chat.
Oh, yeah. April. John said, "Man, it's a good day today in Galveston, Texas."
Love it.
Should be a Cowboy fan, but oh no, buddy. Oh no. Rise up. I love it. Chiefs running game might be suspect next week. Dog, we can beat Pat Mahomes, man. If we beat Pat Mahomes, I won't shut up. Albert said, "John and that beard and hat color combination." I love it.
I can't do shit about the beard, but I mean, look, I can. But I stopped. Like the color, I just had to stop, and it's just gonna be great.
John is wearing the executive Falcon shirt, bro. You gotta love it,
dude. I wore it to work today,
I love it.
Whatever, our job. Yeah. So Uncle Steve, what's up, man?
Guys, what an atmosphere and what a great road victory! This really may jumpstart things for the team and our fans. I'm glad you threw in our fans. Oh, I'm glad you threw in our fans, Uncle Steve, because they threw us in the trash. Oh, with one use, just with one use, they do it. So we brought a lot of fans back who was almost like, here we go again.
Yep, and I saw Uncle Steve was at the game in Philly. He was live streaming last night, live streaming after the win. I think during the game, it was fantastic. It was awesome. I'm
glad you got out of there safely.
They were. It was fantastic. I think him and Spade too are up there, I believe. So it was good.
Atlanta Dog, man, I missed a couple of months of streams, and now John has aged 30 years.
Dude, look, man, it's all in the beard. That's it.
Atlanta Dog.
I mean, if I just, it's that color, right? If you color it, you automatically take off 10 years. And as soon as you stop, it's like, oh, you look like you're 65 all of a sudden.
Man, I can't wait I cannot wait till as soon as I turn all gray, I'm shaving my hair bald. I would just want to see how that combination look on me. I look like a different person with all gray and shave my hair bald.
Oh, I could never even
I would love to see how I look. I'm doing that as soon as I go gray. Wallace said, "What's good, fam?
What's up, Wallace?
What a huge win last night and confidence builder going forward." Yes, sir. Shout out to John, the guy in Philly. Is it Jason Cam? Am I right?
J-Cam, yeah.
J Cam. Shout out to J Cam for being an Atlanta fan in Philly. I know you got to talk some shit. So I hope that you was at the game, buddy. I hope you enjoyed this. Shout out to my man J Cam. Sweep the leg. Timothy Fisher said, "Hey John and Mike, with our defense, if we can just get 24-ish points, we win. That's how good our defense is. Now we about to get the offense. Oh, they're gonna be talking about us with the top teams.
And we got 22, and it was a suspect. I mean, it was a suspect first half, and like I said, we left some points on the board, kicking those threes and not going for it, or you're just not converting when we needed to. So,
y'all, hold on. I just gotta show y'all this. Y'all gotta see what I got. Okay, I ordered this. Okay, how cool! I'm the only one with these. Look at this. Look at the A coming out on the shoe, like the rip. Look at the A coming on that shoe. See that A?
Is that an Alabama A? Is that an Alabama A?
Hey, man, I just use it for Atlanta, but it is the Alabama A, buddy. It's the red and black. Oh, look at how it's coming through on that shoe, buddy. You gotta love it. I'm gonna wear that with the oh man. JT said, "Great point, John." I was looking at that matchup. Man, Zach is the most improved from week 1 to week 2. Zach really improved more than anyone else. Dirty Bird Club said, "Falcon Nation, what it do? Rise up! Rise up, buddy. We deserve this, don't we?" April said, ESPN said Kirk can't win on Monday night. What happened, baby? Where are all the people that was talking shit today? Where you at? Just come on, engage with me, love me, experience me today. Dirty Bird Club said they need to knock off Pat Mahomes' rhythm to win this game. That's the key to beating them.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't
DJ, what's
like
up?
DJ out of your Falcon mind. Tay Rush said, "What in the heck we're gonna do with Troy Anderson because he's the reason for all the rushing yards. Troy gonna get it together, dog. He just wild. It's a wild animal. It's like a horse loose." DJ said, "I was out of my Falcon mind last night after Kirk Chains led us down the field and threw that perfect touchdown pass to Drake London." So man, his name for his fantasy team is Kirk Thuggins. That is hilarious. That is gold, buddy. Wallace said they signed middle linebacker Josh Woods to the practice squad today. I didn't even know that. So
did not know
that.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Wallace.
Cortez said y'all saw the clip after the Bates interception where they were doing the dirty bird. Yeah. And Judon was telling the fans to get their bitch ass out of here. But you just can't Draco the crowd. You could call him a bitch. You could do anything. You can't shoot up the whole crowd like Scarface.
I think Damsky tweeted what that Judon thing like signing to a 5-year extension right now. Just go ahead and put it out there.
Yes, sir.
So, man, he sure did. Yeah, I'm Steve had the Philly fans hurt.
I'm glad he got out of there safely. I would have had to drive there and do something. My man LAJ said you guys are hell for telling me to get that pumpkin bread at Starbucks. I'm telling you, chicks don't like fat dog. I get one every single day of life. Why they didn't see? John put me on. I make it a point. I might get it in the morning. It may be the afternoon. It could be before bed, but I get one a day. It's amazing.
And then the
Liam said, "Roll Tide."
Then the cranberry bliss bar comes out before you know it.
Yeah, Delia said, "Love seeing that play action. Finally, right? Oh my God, about time. Yes, sir." Yeah. Atlanta Dog. I went from stage 10. See, a Falcon fandom after week 1 to stage 1. Out of your Falcon mind. Gotta love being a Falcons fan. You gotta love it. Dog, when we win, it's the most gratifying thing because nobody believe in us.
Dude, it was that entire game
it's like a little niche thing where everybody think that we just, so if we pull anything off, it's like, well, we believed in ourselves. So fuck y'all. And that's how it feel every time. Man, fuck y'all. I don't want your handshake now. I don't want the pat on the back. Fuck y'all, because we believed in ourselves when nobody else. It's so much more gratifying than like if you was like a Patriots fan or you're like a Cowboy or a Chiefs fan, because they expect you to win. This is so much more gratifying.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's like, I can't add anything that's perfect.
Delia said Philly fans were being very disrespectful to the team. I told you, bro. They will say stuff that you can't put on TV. Judon's response seemed personal. Yeah,
it did.
And they yell stuff that you can't say.
Dude, they were booing Outta Their Blank. I mean, he's I mean, I know they booed Santa Claus, but I mean, like, yeah, exactly. He's old. Like, why would you? And he just gave him the thumbs up. He
probably can't hear that. He probably can't be cheering them on.
Yeah.
But they booed Santa Claus. But they booed Bill Burr. I love Bill Burr with the pass. That's my favorite stand. But they booed Bill Burr.
Yeah, no, it was wild. But man, so let's get to who played out of your Falcon mind, buddy. Defense, who you giving it to?
Judon.
Getting that sack.
Judon was everywhere you want to be, like a Visa, buddy. Like he was everywhere. And again, his stats don't show his effectiveness. He was all over that field. He was he played excellent. He played out of his Falcon mind.
I will go defensively. I'll go Bates just because of those 2 big plays he made. I mean, like he was kind of up and down, I guess, in that first half. But man, like I said, that PB who made on the goal line basically saved a touchdown, and then the game sealing, interception. So yeah, I'll go Bates. Offensively, buddy, who you got?
Offensive, I'm going to my backfield. The 2 running backs in the backfield. And it's just because. But everyone got to see that game, and everyone was saying, "I'm gonna see how good Saquon is. He the best. He about to torture us," because everybody knows how good he is. But people would not believe me when I was like, "Dog, watch this. We got the best backfield." Everyone argued back, "What? The best back? How can you say?" And I'm just like, "Watch this. Both of them. It ain't even just Bijan. Just watch the combination. You never seen nothing like this." And they did not let me down, and no one responded to my shit talk. I hate the fact that when I get to talking shit, people stop responding. Like when you was talking shit, I fed into it. Okay, I engaged with the content. Okay, but when I was like, yeah, you see, motherfucker, I told your mother. Now man, I'm sleepy. I gotta work in the morning. No, don't go to sleep now. You know what I'm saying? So my backfield put on a show for the world to see. It was not 1 o'clock on Sunday. My backfield put on a show for the national TV to see, and the world got to see that they are the two best running backs in the NFL.
100%, dude. And yeah, for me, like it's a toss up. I could go either O line as a unit just for the improvement they made from week one, but I'll go Kirk just because Kirk had a lot of pressure on him, whether he wanted to say it or not. I mean, you know, he knows how he was in the week one. He knows that game wasn't really going that well either up until the last drive, and just put it together, man, when he had to have it. And to go down there and do what he did in the last drive and win the game, essentially win the game. I mean, like, dude, yeah. That's going to be Kirk for sure. And like I said, y'all, if y'all are late or if y'all watching the replay, put in the comments who y'all's out of your Falcon Mind player.
Who played out of your Falcon Mind, in your opinion? Who on offense played out of their Falcon Mind and who on D? I don't care if you hit us a week from now. I need to know because we beat the Eagles. So you go into the comments and you tell me who you think played out of their Falcon Mind on offense and out of their Falcon Mind. And tell me if you was out of your Falcon Mind when you was watching it, okay? Were you knocking over beers on the carpet? Were you punishing your kids on some trumped up charges and you sent them to bed early because you didn't want to be bothered? Like, what happened? Tell me the experience. You know, John had pizza and shit. It was a great day.
I sure did.
It's she said Judon has a restaurant, nightclub here in Dallas. I gotta go check it out. You gotta check that out, man. We should get in free. John Marino said here in Galveston, Texas, all them cowgirls are so happy that them Dirty Birds won that game. My mother was happy because she told me to beat the Eagles before the game.
She actually sent me a message. She was like, "I'm so glad y'all beat those Eagles."
Yeah,
like,
she was really happy. But then they didn't beat the Saints. I was like, "Come on, man." Wallace said, "I thought the game was over, but when Barkley dropped that pass, I said they're gonna give us a chance to win that game. The game is not over till it's over. The fat lady got to sing." Barkley's my hero. I'm telling you, man. We need Philly to stomp the Aints next week. They will.
They're gonna have a task on their hands, man. Yeah, hell of a game. Like he could have easily got it by himself. Taking care of Jalen Carter like he did. Yeah, absolutely.
Dog, that logo that you just had was the nastiest logo. It's all of the. I never seen that before, buddy. I love that.
That's sick.
That's gross. Yeah.
You got to mention too. I don't know if y'all saw last week. Did you see Mike Lombardi's little rant he did on his show?
No, but I'm sure it was entertaining.
Dude, I mean, it seemed like he had something personal against the Falcons.
Always.
Like it was like he had a picture of Belichick and behind him, like it was like his father or grandfather or something like that. Oh, obviously it's not, but like that's what it looked like. You know, and he was really pissed off that we didn't sign. You know, we didn't make Belichick our head coach, and basically said,
people do us that way when we don't sign somebody.
Dude, he's got like nicknames for people that are in the front office. Like he has got a nickname for Rich McKay. He's got a nickname for Terry. Like it sounded really personal. Like with like somebody dated his daughter or something like that. And didn't work out. Like I don't know. Like it seemed really personal, man. But it was crazy watching that. But he was saying we're never going to win anything. You know, this is a terrible organization, whatever, man. Like I was like, okay, buddy. But so I'm really glad that we came back and, you know, and then granted, we haven't won anything yet except for the second week of the season. But regardless, it was kind of crazy to see him kind of go off on that. But like, it's just like it seemed personal. It was kind of weird. Yeah. But yeah, Philly's
gonna come out with the vengeance. Yeah, it don't matter now. Lombardi 100%. Can kiss ATL's ass. Yes, sir. And if I see your daughter, I tear her to pieces. Because I don't care which I tear her to pieces just to hurt your feelings. Alberto said, man, the fans are going to be lit Sunday night. Might go ahead and call Luda and Jermaine. Welcome to Atlanta. I'm going to have something for y'all, man. Welcome to Atlanta, baby. We got to welcome them. The old line was out of your Falcon mind. Well, that's what King Richie said. False start Falcon. I love that picture, dog. Lombardi was tied to the Belichick high. He had to be. Was he going to get brought along or something?
It was crazy, dude.
Jamel said he'd be more personal than a judge in a Young Thug case. Yeah,
it was, man. Yeah. He seemed like visibly just hurt and angry about it. I'm like,
yeah, but it's just people who just want to hate us, man. And I want them to speak just as loud today as your bitch ass was whole week. Yeah. Speak just as loud. Talk the same volume. I want the volume. I want like a decibel thing on the side of the screen. I want you to be the exact same volume as you was when you was talking shit. Okay? Because we earned that. And if you ain't gonna give us praise, then don't drag us. If you're gonna drag us, then you can give us praise. If you're gonna give us praise, then you can drag us. But don't just drag, buddy. Dr. Slipknot said, FR, he's always crying about the fire. I don't know what it is. But come on the show and we can argue about it face to face. I would love to talk to you. Yeah. Troy JBM said Troy Anderson is an outside linebacker, not a very good middle line. He's a great outside linebacker. But I think he'll learn. He'll get it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see like on film, like when I go back and watch it this week. I'm gonna also watch that and kind of see where he, like I said, you could just tell on the watching last night, like some of the angles he took was kind of bad, but Delilah said Michael Lombardi will show. I think it's his own show.
He got his own show. He's famous here, but I would love to have him on the show. I think
if you just Google it, if you look on YouTube, it's you'll see one VSIN. They're never going to win and absolutely destroys the Atlanta Falcons.
Because he's gonna be negative about everything. I'm gonna be positive about everything, and it's gonna get under his skin. I'm gonna tell him we gonna win the Super Bowl and go undefeated. And just see how he respond to it.
Yeah. I mean, it was something else. But like I said, not our problem. We got a W, and that's all that matters, man, this week. Mike, do you want to play any game before we go today? Or do you want to call it a game?
Let's go one. We can go one underrated and one overrated a piece.
Start off, buddy.
What we got? I'm gonna go man, overrated. I gotta do this. I'm sorry, I gotta do this. Man, overrated Biscuit. Oh, I gotta do it too. It breaks my heart. Biscuit, I'm sorry, buddy. Overrated Biscuit. Okay, Biscuit didn't believe. Okay, if it was up to me, he would pick the Falcons every single week. But when he deviates from script, I'm disappointed in him, and I have to reel myself in because I yell when he picked the other team. I always say, "Oh," and then he gets scared, like, "Oh, I did something wrong," and he know, like, "Oh, I was supposed to pick the Falcons." So I hate that I'm being mad when he picked the opposing team, but it's just fun. So I try to keep it fun. But when he missed, he's very conscious that I'm dragging him, and it's the funniest shit where I be like, "Yeah, how you feel now?" Like, "You feel stupid now, don't you?" And I just kept on, and he was like he was getting mad, like he knew I was roasting him. So he's usually spot on, and that's what scared me. Is he really don't be missing when he picked the games. But he did miss that one. So I got to go overrated Biscuit. I'm sorry to do it to you, buddy, but you didn't believe. How can you not be rewarded when we win?
I think it was last week when you had him like doing the interview, like his face is just hysterical, dude.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude. Exactly right. Yeah. I'm going to go, overrated, man. I'm gonna go Mike Greenberg. I don't know if y'all are fans or not, man, but I'm not really a huge fan. Like, I don't know why, I just never really was. And then now he's hosting Monday Night Countdown, which I don't know what was wrong with. I mean, they fired a lot of people. They fired Sam Ponder, they fired RG3, they fired a bunch of people. But I don't know what was wrong with Sam. I thought she did a great job. She knows what she's talking about. To bring in Greenberg, I don't know. Are you a fan? I'm not really a fan.
No, I'm not. It's just boring to me.
Yeah, I got it.
For me, it has to be entertaining as well as informative. It's just informative. I'm not a fan. No,
not at all. Not at all. Joel, what's up, buddy?
Joel, that's my man, Joel. No, not Biscuit. I had to get him one time. He always get praise and love from everybody. I had to drag him one good time to, keep it balanced. Atlanta Dog said overrated Eagles defensive line. He said underrated Falcons receiving core. Yeah. So I will go. Here's my last underrated. I'm gonna go underrated since I said it was Biscuit he was overrated. You know who's underrated? Oh, me. I'm gonna tell you what. Oh, I'm going me. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I believe when no one else believes. Do you understand this? I believe when it's 28-0. Okay.
Channeling Dion right now.
I feel like, man, I'm telling you, I think if we do this and we get an onside kick and then like Jesus drop out the sky, then we might cook.
Basically,
right? Yeah. I will believe until that thing say 0, 0, 0, 0. And when I'm rewarded for doing so, it is the most best feeling you could ask for because it's ridiculous. I believe when it's ridiculous to believe. All right. So when I'm rewarded for doing so, it warms my heart like apple cider, man. And this is one of those days. So shout out to me for believing in the boys. I never lost faith in them. I knew we would win that game, and they pulled it off, and they rewarded me for believing in them. So shout out to the boys and shout out to me.
Out of your fucking mind first. Mike underrates himself. So, but look, no, you're right, dude, because you were literally the only person, like whether on Twitter or whatever that I was seeing, it was like, no, man, we got this. You know, I mean, it was, I mean, you're 100% right. Dr. Slicknut said Ray and Mooney look good. They did, man.
Good. Yes, sir.
Look good. Yeah.
Atlanta Dog said Ray gonna be that key. He gonna be that unsung Zacchaeus. He gonna be Zacchaeus. Hope they can keep playing like this. But Eagles secondary sucks though, so I don't know.
Yeah, they were not great last night. All right, so underrated. I'm gonna go Drew Dahlman. Through the first two games, like kind of quietly doing his job really well. You know, got beat a few times. We all watched the first game. We saw what happened in the offensive line, but like getting better, man. Like getting better, and like did a really good job last night again against a big, heavy middle interior there. And to be an undersized guy, man. Like keep because I wasn't a believer early on. Like I wasn't a big fan. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Dahlman's when we drafted him. You know, and I don't know, but he's kind of grown on me, man. So like he's doing good. And also real quick, overrated headlines, man. Make sure y'all actually know where the sources are coming from and stuff. If y'all just read a headline and start like tweeting it out, or putting it on Facebook or whatever, it's just probably wrong. It's like there's so much clickbait out there, man. Like they're just trying to get you to click on stuff. It might be the most outlandish, dumbest thing you've ever seen. And you click on, oh, look what just happened, whether it's sports related or whatever related. But yeah,
one more, John. The Manning podcast is not podcast, but broadcast.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I was just dwelling on this. Do you know how good you have to be for them to even allow you to rival the like the regular broadcast? For them to even allow you to do that is something else. But then to have two guys in their own homes chilling, and you can invite whoever you want and bring the play down, you have to be amazing to do that at your job, and on the field. Like it's just an amazing thing that they even got to do that, and they brung out Matt Ryan and Bill Belichick. That's amazing. Like who don't want to see that above Troy Aikman? So that was really cool.
That's what I watch every week.
It's really cool. I never watched it, but I got to. I'm like, damn, but these Bills got that. But they sitting in the house chilling and they regular.
Yeah, when you got Peyton and both those guys breaking down stuff and like what they're seeing on the whiteboard, and then you got whether it's Belichick,
he had a whiteboard.
Whether it's Belichick or Matt, whoever they bring in, like they had Miles Teller on last night too, who was a big Eagles fan, which we scored while he was on, which was great. But I mean, it's just it's fun. I definitely like it better than the regular, man. Hey Chase, what's up, buddy?
Double H, I knew you was coming, buddy. Rise up. Joe said underrated Drake London's blocks. Yes, sir.
Physical dude. Hey, look, we haven't even mentioned. We did not mention it, but the route he ran on the touchdown.
Yes,
dude, he juked Slay out of his shoes. Like Slay was 100% thought he was going inside. And he cut outside. And it was just an easy throw for Kirk, man. So awesome job there.
Dahlman got those Hulk Hogan pythons.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, man. Well, like I said, dude, awesome win. So much better to feel 1-1 than it is feel 0-2. We're going to do, like I said, we got the preview show for the Chiefs game. We don't know exactly if it's going to be Thursday or Friday.
Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, one of the two. We got to. Yeah, we'll figure out tomorrow, and then like I said, with this shortened week, I'm going to do my best to get this all 22 out. I'm going to, again, be super vague with my language and not commit to it one way or the other. Did do it last year. I did do it last week. I finally got it because I committed way too many hours. Like I deleted stuff and then figured out some easier ways to do it. So I'd already put way too much time into it. So, but regardless, I'm going to try to do it this week because either way, I'm going to look at it, whether I can do the video or not. That's the whole question, but I'm definitely going to watch it because I do want to see and have some more kind of we'll have like a little all 22 review on the next show that we preview the game with the Chiefs. So, and we might have Fleek might join us for the preview show. So, but yeah, man.
I want to say this before we go. Y'all wear y'all stuff this week. Y'all deserve to win
Absolutely.
and to feel good. Y'all don't let because they tore us down last week. Y'all don't let nobody take your son from you this week. You got permission to feel good all week long, man. We earned that in front of the national media on national TV on Monday Night Football. Truly as a brand new team that's just coming together. So fans, we are a part of that. Even though we wasn't on the field, we are a part of that. And if you believed, or even if you didn't, you deserve to wear your stuff this week. So wear your stuff this week, like me and John wearing our stuff. Wear your stuff this week. So if you got it tucked away from last week, you know, bring it back out and wear the hat. Wear all week. Wear the socks. I got gloves, socks, the chain. I wear something all week. You are a part of this too. So when we win, you are a part of it. And you already know you're a part of our podcast, that, you know, Out of Your Falcon Mind, because you wouldn't be playing this if you was in your Falcon Mind. It's not the show for you, right? So if you are playing this, if you can hear my voice, man, you put that shit on this week. You put that t-shirt, you wear that hoodie. I don't care if you walking the dog, you wear the socks. So all your neighbors know who you root for. You understand me? You deserve it. You've earned it. Rise up.
Absolutely. Jamel said, "What do y'all think about Ray coming to the game and the Cunningham jersey?" No. Yeah, we talked about it earlier.
And I think you should get fined for that. I'm not even funny from our team, but you don't wear the opposing. I don't care who you paying tribute to. No,
I did not love it at all. And I'd actually told Carrie, who's a friend of the show,
shout out to
one time. We were on Twitter, and I was like, "Look, unless he saved him from like a burning car when he was younger, that's the only reason I would accept it. Like, there's no reason. There's no
man. And I love Randall. I love Randall Cunningham. He was the man. Sure. No, bro, you don't wear the opposing team. He should get fined for that.
Yeah, exactly.
He said, "I only watch Monday. I'm gonna start watching it from now on."
Yeah, man, exactly. So anyway, we appreciate y'all for coming through, man. It's been a awesome 24. Oh, not even 24 hours yet. It's been a great 18 hours, I guess you could say, man, since we won the game. And again, thanks y'all for coming through on such a weird time on a Tuesday for us to recap this show. We much appreciate it, man. But we had over 100 folks in here between Twitter and YouTube this evening. So greatly appreciate the support. If y'all are listening to us again on whatever platform, drop us a 5-star review. You know what? Father Mullet left us a 5-star review. Myler, I love you, buddy. And I forget. It's been a crazy day. I'm going to read your review on the next show. So we
love you, buddy.
So yeah, on iTunes. Exactly. So on iTunes, if you do listen to us on iTunes, you can actually write a little review. And if you write something nice, we'll read it out there. If it's bad, we're not gonna read that, because why would we do that? So anyway, we appreciate you guys so much. Hell of a win. Great job for the team. Can't wait for them to get back home and get the Chiefs coming in town. Y'all check us out on the preview show, either it's Thursday or Friday. Look out for the All-22 if I can get to it. Love you guys. We'll see you soon. Mike takes out.
Out of your Falcon Mind. Peace.